First time we saw it, a dark mass of buildings huddled on the mountain's shoulder, a place they called Headstone Hill. The town was ablaze with electric light it verged on miraculous. But we noticed how strangely the light flickered and how every shadow grew deeper and more suspicious in its presence. That's where Agent Reeg vanished, so that's where we had to go. It was time for us to face the horror at Headstone Hill.
Hey, I got the timing right. Only took 9 episodes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Iconic Production. I am JM, Marshall JM tonight. Hold on. Marshall JM tonight. And Tank the Frank before we get into anything else. Happy birthday, and have a Benny. For 2 reasons. 1, because it is your birthday, and 2, because it vexes Sister May. It vexes her. So, we are playing Savage Worlds. We are playing Deadlands, the horror at Headstone Hill. This is episode 9, Staring Down the Sights. And when we last left off, the group, 2 episodes ago, the group discovered that Frank Deneve, the supply... Hey! Pinnacle is here. Thank you for the raid, Pinnacle. Huzzah! Was the mastermind, at least behind some of the things happening in Heaston Hill, and in fact, replaced some of the people in Heaston Hill with strange pod-like aspen growths that took on the minds and the memories of the people behind them. As Ada went to rescue Wickers from inside a burning bar. Yeah! Tipsy Flipper, good to have you here. Have a Benny for being the first time chat. You can spend that Benny on behalf of either the despicable Posse or the wonderful, monstrous NPCs.
Do the right thing.
However you choose to do that. There is no... I'm not trying to make you lean one way or the other there. As Ada went back into the burning building to pull Wickers out, Leslie was kidnapped by... Gatling Heaston, and he cold-cocked Sister May after telling her, come and get not only Leslie, but Bob. Also possibly insinuating that a certain outlaw group that Ada has been hell for high water riding to find may also be backing Gatling up. Well, the group went back to town, got Sister May patched up. Wickers made friends with the new marshal, a young 17-year-old boy by the name of Nigel. And Nigel and his deputy Felix joined the group with their prison wagon and headed north towards Fort Bridger. Fort Bridger would give them access to the trails that they needed to head out to Gunsight. Rook, thank you as always. Zach, good to have you here. And let's see here. Also Ian. Excellent. Jacob, you can have a Benny as well. Bennies for those people, and no advancements for Sister May. So, as you approached Fort Bridger, you could see the fort, the wooden palisade, sitting on the horizon, squatting like some ominous structure to the north, a haze around it, the terrifying network known as the Aspen Forest. Within sight, you get the feeling that it's watching you, but there was someone riding south, a beautiful someone by the name of Scarlet, clinging to her back. Another beautiful person, Leslie. And that is where we will pick up. Leslie, just so you know, you were captured by Gatling Heaston, who did thoroughly abuse you, even forcing you to run behind the horse with your hands tied to the saddle. So I'm going to give you 1 wound here at the start of the session.
I deserve that.
And
Have Sister May and I, well, I think I was fully recovered from my wounds. Has Sister May recovered from her wounds, sustained in the house fire slash horrifying
Oh, I left
piano?
out the biggest part.
It really did.
Bob, remember that that weird piano that kept playing Beethoven's sonata really creepily as you walked into the house?
In that house, yes.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
recall.
That thing came to life and attacked Ada and Sister May and nearly insert
Wow.
piano pun here.
Hmm.
Benny to the chat, who comes up with the best piano-based pun. If it's Sister May, she can have her advancement. So, I've just distracted JD for the rest of
She's
the
all
evening.
keyed up.
That's
You
right.
got her all keyed up.
Oh, Bob.
Not terrible.
So yes, as you guys, Bob. So you were dragged north. Gatling revealed to you that not only had he been the one who kidnapped Prospector Bob, but he put a slug into Bob's leg before sending him to gunsight and warning the Little Rock Irregulars, which a name you have heard several times from Ada, that Ada was coming. And the plan was to lure Ada. And what I would like you to do is just go ahead and give me a smarts roll. Give me a smarts roll. I would love to see if you are able to tease any more information out of here.
I never roll smarts. This is amazing. So hold on, D8. Thank you for letting me roll something I never rolled. That's garbage. A 3 doesn't succeed in any of that. Anyway.
Do you want to spend a Benny?
Benny? Okay, here we
All
go.
right. Ooh, the chat is wonderful. They got the baby grand beat down.
I got a 5.
It's a Slayer piano. You got a 5. You playing weak and exhausted.
Just playing.
Yeah, playing completely. Also, your card deck had been left behind in the midst of
come on.
this.
Really?
Don't worry, Sister May definitely
Found
picked
it
up your
and
cards.
yeah, right.
Gatling let slip that Heaston, his father, had supplied the Little Rock Irregulars with some very powerful firepower that they used to guard the canyon. Between that and their Deadshot sniper, your friends aren't going to get anywhere close. But we've prepared a right nice welcome.
Okay.
That's when the gunfire started. And coming out of the plains was a woman with flaming red hair,
That's right.
standing up in the stirrups, and she catches the rope with her shot, snapping it. And Gatling trades several shots, and after one of them cuts a bit of his saddlebag off, causing the saddlebags to fall, he hightailed it west. You and Scarlet, having recovered the saddlebags, have a moment.
I bet we do. Brief,
And
is it, mate?
What was that, Bob?
Brief moment. We have things to do.
You have things to do.
Our deep and abiding love notwithstanding.
That's right. She tells you, I appreciate you getting me out of that jail cell. And I've been hearing a lot that there's some things going down with the irregulars. They're hunting not just for you, but for one of those members of your posse, the lady who goes by the name Ada.
I say many lucks to them. They're in for a big surprise with Ada. However, I do feel like pretty bad if we don't help. So if you would accompany me, I would appreciate it.
We've got to get moving
I have no
because
cards.
she pulls out just like a regular deck of hoils. Will these work?
I'll make them work. Thank you. Yes.
We also
I can make those work, right?
You can make those work, yes.
Okay,
They're not
I realize I've made it
yours.
this far.
They're not
Okay.
yours. But she also lets you know we need to try and get to your friends before they get to Fort Bridger.
Oh, I just lost you.
I've been told that the head of Fort Bridger is very close friends with some of the people down in Keyston. He's been acting very strange recently. We should probably keep your people out of there if they don't want to walk into a death trap.
Aren't they already headed there?
They are headed there, and that's where you actually intercept them a half mile from the palisade, and that's where we will pick up.
Okay, so I am riding on the back, clutching to the beautiful Scarlet. So she's all the horsemanship right now, all the horsemanship I need. So, you come close, and some beckoning as we kind of.
You hear a voice. They're traveling with a wagon, and you can see it's a prison wagon. And as you get there, this split rail young man kind of stands up. He's got a rifle, and he says, "Halt! Halt! In the name of the law, acting Marshal Nigel of Heaston Hill. State your name and business." And Scarlet says, "We really don't have time for this, laddie."
I should say so. We have no business with you and your law and order. However, you're riding into a trap of death half mile from here in Port Bridger. Consider yourself warned, and I will be taking my friends now.
He looks. You see the guy standing up with the rifle. He looks to Wickers. This is the one with you?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I assumed they were in the jail car thing.
Oh no, they were riding alongside.
No, see, you can understand why I assumed they were in the jail cart thing. So yes, understand.
Contrary to popular belief, but I try my best not to get stuck in there.
Thanks, Tipsy Flipper.
Oh no, the last thing we need is drunken dolphins here.
That's right.
Is JD in? Like she was injured. She was pretty wounded. Sister May.
Sister
was
May.
pretty wounded.
It's almost like the GM purposely didn't tell me what happened to my character.
When?
I mean, I asked has she recovered from her wounds?
Oh, that part.
Attacked by the baby and beat down the Slayer piano.
And the other part.
What was the other part?
The part where I need to know if I'm becoming a pod person.
Oh, yeah, that part I haven't told you. But you get to make a vigor wound every 5 days to try and recover wounds.
How long has it been?
Like a day and a half.
So she's inside the.
You have all your PowerPoints.
She's inside the
if
cart.
you wanna-
Yeah, she's riding on the wagon. Yeah.
She can't ride at the best of times, and this is not the best of times.
Don't I know you? He's the split rail kind of guy is pointing at not at Leslie but at Scarlet. No, I just have one of those hairs.
Amazing, is it not? Amazing hairs.
Wickers just kind of tugs on Nigel's sleeve. Beer. Let that one go.
It was probably smart for me to try and heal myself knowing that we're going into a battle.
Well, I will say, he kind of looks down. That wasn't even the marshal who went after her. So, she is who I think she is. And she did what I think she did. Don't do it again. He kind of looks at Wickers. Don't do it again. Not on my watch.
Just looks dead at Scarlet like...
Right, no. Turned over a new leaf, maybe even a new limb.
As everybody but Leslie cringes hearing leaf.
Hey, Leslie, by the way, Tank the Frank gave you a Benny and said you may want to use it to cast Detect Arcana on Sister May.
Hey, I like it. Oh, I like it. That's
That would be a dealing with your demon.
Because, yeah, I don't have such a thing.
You don't.
All right. We take a step sideways. All right.
So, Leslie, normally this isn't a rule, but knowing you, you're going to go for it. I'm going to give you a -1 to your roll, because it's not your deck.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Let's see.
I knew Bob would be like, yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. Okay, it's not my deck. It's unfamiliar. A little bit worn out.
Yeah.
I can't riffle them quite the same. It's understandable.
Oh, welcome, Leslie. You say as you step sideways. Great term, by the way. It's an old werewolf term, if I remember correctly. As you step into the hunting grounds and that
Yes.
table is set up, your pale friend sits there. I see you've discovered true love, is it? Would you like me to? And he kind of walks a coin over his fingers. I'll ensure that it all ends well.
You couldn't keep your coin and put it elsewhere. You disgusting individual. Keep my name out of your mouth. Also hers. You don't know her name, do you?
I see everything you do. I hear everything you do. And believe me, this
disgusting.
disappoints me as much as it disturbs you. I
understand.
feel everything you do.
Lucky you. So let us gamble for. Let us gamble, you filthy animal. So, please, you deal. I even have the chart up here. I could actually reference it. My luck
Thank you,
is
Oz.
immaculate. Oz is here.
Oz is here. Osver is here. He subscribed just because of that. All right, what do you got, Bob? So remember, you're going to make a gambling roll to start.
Yep. The gambling is a better roll than it was. Oh crap! No, let me check. Oh no, it is the same. It is the same. Yawn. Oh my gosh, no, I don't roll a 10. I roll an 8. Sorry.
No
A
worries.
minus one to the roll though.
Yes, -1 of the highest total that you rolled.
Oh, so 7, so 6.
Okay, so
So
that's
it's successful.
yeah, that gives you 7 cards. What's your best hand?
Under 3.
What deck are you using tonight, Leslie?
I'm using the Rose Gold Limited Edition, Dark
Ooh.
Patina.
Dark
Yeah,
Patina, a deck put together by our very own Bob Crumb.
It's very true. It's very true. Man.
So, Bob, just so you know, a Detect Arcana requires 2 power points worth.
Oh.
It's
So
a pretty easy. What'd you get?
triple sixes.
3
That
of
seems-
a kind. All right, so here's how this works. 3 of a kind gives
But
you
it's
6
six.
power points. That's fine. 3 of a kind gives you 6 power points, and because you only need 2, the remaining power becomes a bonus to your roll, if I remember correctly.
Where's Frank the Tank when you need him? Also Phantom.
Yep, any power. If the hand gave you more power points than you need them, you
John
add them to your
Doom.
spellcaster roll.
So I get a +4 on the
Yeah.
spellcasting.
You do.
Oh, for this awesome spell. All right. So boom. Spellcasting. So this is Detect Arcana.
Yep.
Such a good idea. Ooh, it explodes. Okay, so math. 14. 14.
All right, that is, my friend, a success with a raise. As you look at Sister May, you don't know why. It's just this little voice in your head, kind of tanky voice, kind of whispering through the ether, says, "Hey, something's off. Something's not quite right." And as you look at Wickers, you definitely know something is not right with that guy.
Woof.
Yeah.
We've known that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've known that. Ada's got a little kind of her aura is showing up with a little bit of tinges of black, which you know are fear, but a lot of rage kind of as a knot in the center. Kind of bubbling up, if you will. Sister May is all golds and yellows and whites, except you get this weird taste of like an earthy taste, like 2 green maple sap, 2 green, like a green earthy taste. As you kind of focus in because you got a raise, you can definitely see something like a pallid green, a fetid green, kind of wiggling this mass at the center of her. It's small,
Oh my.
probably no larger than a silver dollar, but it's there. You would not expect that to be happening to Sister May.
No, do not be alarmed, sister. I believe you have tiny, disgusting tree person at the very core of your, this thing.
Nigel whips the rifle around and points it at Sister May. You're one of the pod people?
Put that down before you get yourself hurt.
The guy on the side of the wagon has, like, Felix just, like, you didn't even see him move. He's got his revolver out and pointed right at you. I wouldn't be pointing that at the marshal.
I'm not pointing anything at the marshal. I told him to put his down.
Put it down, Felix. Put it down, Felix.
I kind of kick the horse around so that. Wait, no, you're in the jail thing.
No, she's
right?
riding. She's up front at the
Right up top. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay.
She's right next to Wickers, who is.
But I did say. Did I not say? Do not be alarmed. The words that I'm saying, I'm certain are the correct ones. And do not be alarmed means don't point guns at Sister May.
Nigel kind of.
As you phrased it for her, not for the general.
No, we are picking at nits. I'm certain.
Well, unfortunately, these two gentlemen like their nits.
Shaky person with a rifle, please put it away.
He picks it up, but he's definitely looking from Sister May to Scarlet to Wickers to Sister May to Scarlet to Wickers.
Okay, so now that I've seen this thing, I do believe I've missed something. How did this happen?
Fighting a piano, and the piano was trying to push us out a window towards an aspen tree that had some, let's say growths. And I may have gotten near that at some point and had something drop on somewhere that, causes shuddering.
I almost lost everything you said because you said you were fighting piano, which I'm certain is Western euphemism for something else. However,
No, it was piano. Baby grand.
I don't know why I'm surprised by anything anymore. So how can we alleviate this before we walk into Tragedies' death over there? We have been warned. We have been warned. So we put heads together, and we find out what to do.
I am curious because I did say that I wanted to attempt a healing before we got to the place where I'm probably going to need to do more healing. And I see that there are modifiers like neutralize poison or disease. Is that something that I can only do if I roll well enough?
No, modifiers you can always spend beforehand, but you've already used heal on yourself once last week, and you are outside the golden hour. So let me just look up if heal can be used at this point.
Can we just
we're
stuck
talking
way
about
back
on a
magic
wound?
spell, yes.
On a wound less than an hour old.
That's unfortunate.
Are you praying on this, sister?
Now it says for extras. Does that mean for extra PowerPoints I can attempt to heal past that hour in the aftermath?
No, an extra is, let me double check what you're looking at. Extras are people who are not wild cards. So like the four of you.
Okay, so then I would have to I would have to roll high enough to get greater healing.
You would have to spend, well no, you would have to spend 10 extra power points.
This is...
Ow.
Well,
am I allowed to know if the neutralized poison or disease would cure the growth?
Go ahead and give me a a healing roll. Sister May.
Tank the Frank. I did get a glimpse at the rest of the party. Thank you, though.
Yeah, they don't seem to be. I mean, you see what you normally see. Scarlet, as Sister May's rolling this, is like, yeah, I was telling Leslie that, listen, Fort Bridger is not a place you want to go right now. I'm not just saying that because I'm an out of towner, but because I've noticed a change in the man who runs the place. He and Denebe, they've both been acting really strange, both up here and down in the town.
Well, that's telling, considering that Denebe tried to cut off my head the other day.
That wouldn't be a good look for you.
I missed so much in these intervening times when I was not with you. Pianos and head cuttings and...
Yes.
You were there for the head cutting.
No, I don't remember that out of character.
That was in the barn.
Oh, there was head
That was the
cutting?
barn fight.
He tried to.
Well, he tried.
Okay. I remember some... Yeah, okay, go.
It's okay. I cast Lay on Hands. It's fine.
I got a 7.
You got a 7? Here's the thing, Sister May. Maybe if it was a normal poison or disease, there's something evil out in the forest. This is going to take some potent intervention.
Like crippling levels of modification?
Yep. Or a divine intervention. Listen, I'm not
Okay.
saying that I don't love a good tear-filled reunion. I'm not saying that your friend turning into... What was it that you just said? Having some sort of plant growth? It sounds like, she had some bad tubers from the forest. But if you kind of take a look, they're starting to notice that we've been sitting here for a while. So either we need to move or get off the plains.
In that case, let's go around. If going in's the bad idea, we still need to get going. And
I can lead you around. I can lead you around Fort Bridger. I can point you in the direction of Gunsight. Sure, she can too. He nods up. She nods up at Ada. I've heard things. They don't like you. What Leslie was saying is Heaston's been riling them up.
He probably had.
Yeah. John, those are just suggestions. What's the plan? Posse, in or around?
Well, at this point, I'm not big fan of going in without plan. So,
well,
unless-
if we're not going to get any help from going in, no sense of going in. Go around. Looks to Scarlet. Any chance you might be able to bring your friends around? Lend a hand?
She looks to the marshal. The marshal looks at her. She gives the marshal a very potent look, and the marshal blushes. I can definitely ride, but it'll take me a couple of days. Probably take you a couple of days to get there. I'll tell her how to get there. And I'll meet you there as quick as I can. Look for me, I don't know, maybe the 3rd day at sunrise?
I am certain it will be the perfect moment and not a minute, second, or whatever before or after
It
precisely
hurts my
amazing
soul.
like you.
It hurts my soul that we will still have to look to the east.
You will still have to look to the east.
It'll pass.
She kind of gets up on her horse, takes a few steps east. She kind of turns it around. You going to be okay without me? She says, looking at you, Leslie.
It will only be as painful as the rest of my life has been without you thus far. I enjoy your company immensely, and I look forward to the day I can see you again.
I don't know where you found this one, but if anything happens to it, I'll be taking it out of your hides. And she whips the horse and takes off east.
He's gonna tell her make sure to go for kneecaps.
You just invited. You just invited the Ghost Steel gang. Am I going to have to deputize them? I'm going to have to deputize them.
You know, yeah, it sounds like you're going to have to legitimize them a little bit and work some things out, of course. Look,
you kind of see he's sweating. He's like, when they get here, you let me handle it, but I just need you to stand like here, maybe a foot or two back, and look as scary as you can.
You sure?
Pulls the mask back up. Good enough.
That'll work.
Thought so.
What were you saying, Lily?
Can't hear anything.
You sure that's the instruction you want to give him?
So Ada, Scarlet gave you directions to Gunsight.
All right, so Sister May still has wounds from being set on fire by the piano and then, being eaten by the aspen tree.
No, from eating the aspen tree.
Que no los dos.
Sure, right. Leslie, do you have anything that you can do to help Sister May?
I am struggling with audio, but I think you asked if there's anything I can do to help Sister May.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could press even more luck. I did last time draw 3 6s, so I can't tell if that's an auspicious drawing of cards or. So I could try.
Mammalian thought it was a very auspicious.
Yeah, I'm certain.
You've got to read that book, Bob.
I know. I have it right over there. I promise. It's next in line. But if what is the difference between anything I can pull off and then she can pull off?
Well, so here's the thing. What you can pull off by yourself is not great. But what you can pull off with the help of Mammalian, sky's the limit. So if you want to try to dispel, you could try and attend to Sister May. Nigel says, listen, if we're going to do this, maybe we should go to Fort Bridger's out of the way. Maybe we should head another half day out and we can get to Fort Supply. It's a little supply depot, and maybe there's a place we can put Sister May up. I don't know what exactly is she dealing with? Is this like the consumption?
Well, unfortunately, some of God's creations are not currently obeying him. He will put them in its place shortly. However, until then, I just have a thorn in my flesh, so don't worry.
Ah, like St. Paul. That's... So you guys ride out. Do you want to head, camp for the night somewhere? Do you want to head to this other fort? What's the plan? Or do you want to try and cast a spell right here?
Right here. We're going to do it right here. As long as people have some forbearance. I'm going to step sideways. Let's go.
At least let's get around the fort so that we're out of the line of fire.
I thought we did, but yes, very good idea.
Yeah, you guys...
My apologies.
No, you guys ride about an hour away from the fort.
Okay.
You can see the other fort squatting further to the southwest, down along Black's Fork, the river that kind of runs through here. But
I am so sorry. I apparently forgot to give you your cards. My darling Leslie.
Okay. Yes, they feel so good. But
they do. They feel warm to the touch. They almost are inviting as you pick them up and start to handle them.
There's, but the Hoyles that Scarlet have given me, going right next to my heart, right in here.
All right.
That's what that pocket was always meant for, always. Okay, so doubles. If I roll doubles, as long as it's not a 1, it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
Okay, just making sure. It's a 4 with the. Oh no, wait.
Gambling.
I do not add them together. I do not add them together.
No. You pick the
It is
higher of
a
the two.
4. Yeah, so I rolled 2 5s. So
Okay. Well, you don't have the minus because you got your deck back.
oh, then it is 5. Okay, then it is. But I'm wounded. Remember, I got a.
Oh, you do have a wound.
Yeah.
Mammalian
Yeah.
kind of looks to you and he's like, we could take care of it. I'm rather good at bringing life to dead things.
You haven't got me fooled. However, in this moment, I could use your assistance, and I will make
Don't
this
we always
minor
do?
pact with you. Don't act so excited. I am about to win another game with you. You are a pathetic loser. So,
He gives you, he snaps his head around for the first time. You can see the glamour around his eyes fades a little bit. They seem a little bit more yellow, and the pupils seem to kind of contract a little bit, almost vertically.
well, it's not like
Really?
this.
You have played cards with the best gamblers of the last 4 centuries, boy. Don't presume to lecture me.
This word lecture is not in my vocabulary. However, I will play cards with you. I am the best in centuries. That part I understood. So,
All right, so here's how this will work. This spell's pretty easy. It's a 1-point spell. However, every additional point you put into it gives you the ability to disrupt bigger things. How many power points are you going for here, Leslie?
so I need to pick an amount.
You need to pick an amount.
Is that only
Normally, I would tell you this, but you put
Yes.
Mammalian in a bad mood, so we're going to call
Yes.
this a blind bid.
a blind bid at? I want to go for the auspicious extra 6.
All right. So that would...
How do I get more cards? Okay.
So you make your gambling roll. You spend your Benny. You make your gambling roll. You start with 6 cards because you have 5 normally and 6 for your.
I'm a gambling goodness,
Yes.
whatever the
So-
heck it was. I forget. Yeah.
For your card sharp. And Bob,
Yeah. Oh, and
you have
and-
high roller and you have card sharp, which allows you to make a reroll when dealing
Oh,
with the
I
devil.
forgot. I'm gonna re-roll.
Zach says 10. Tank says 6.
Tank has never let me down. Tank has. never let me
Wow,
down.
that's
However-
high praise there, Tank.
I'm gonna re-roll it. Oh,
Alright.
huge, beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, so exploding goodness, 9. Okay, so it wasn't.
Hey, 9 is a raise, so that's not just 1. You get to draw 8 cards, and what's your best hand?
Okay, 8 cards. 8 cards. Oh my gosh, what does it mean if I get jokers? They just act wild in this particular instance.
They are wilds in this particular instance.
Okay, so ace, jack, queen, king, ace. It's over.
What was your total? Or what is that, Bob?
It's a royal flush.
It's a royal flush.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
dope.
So, not
That's gotta
only.
get me-
All right, so Bob, this is the best you could possibly get. Leslie, you get 15 power points on this. The duration, effect, or damage is doubled. You may retroactively add any modifier you want to the spells.
Oh,
The jokers give you a Benny, and my friend, you get a point of conviction.
oh.
I know
think
you
that
haven't had one yet.
Sister May had. Yeah, I think May had one at one point.
Yeah, Sister May
They
had one.
both
So
get one because they both told the story.
well, hold on.
Yeah, you supported me, so you got one too.
Oh, I had never spent that thing.
So here's how this
Not that I
works,
wasn't-
Bob. You can spend it to add a d6 to all rolls for a round, including damage. So everything. And you can spend a Benny to maintain your conviction for another round and keep spending Bennies to do that. I'll remind you.
Wow.
I've got it notated.
Yeah,
All right,
the
so
best.
Leslie, what does this look like?
Okay, so it's as I step back out after tipping my hat genteelly to the loser mammalian. I'm really pushing my luck.
You really are.
Yes, I know.
Those double ones are coming.
Yep, they are, and it will be awful, and I will re-roll my character. So as I step out, it's like I sit down and it just carefully, and I lay out probably the ace, the one that I just drew, and I'm going to remove the ace, figuratively, from the deck and fold it into a tiny scalpel, and and I'm going to use it deftly to open up, like, say, her side, something not offensive. We're not going to go crazy here, but yeah, and take this little thing out, and I'm hoping that I can crush it with my hand.
You can, and for a brief moment, Leslie. Ada, Wickers, both of you give me notice rolls. Sister May, you don't feel a thing. There's this beautiful glow around you, and everything feels calm and it feels peaceful. There's a slight, almost tickling sensation on the side. What did you get, Ada?
8.
Wickers.
2. Wickers is keeping watch.
Oh, good.
He's looking at something else.
All right, so Ada, I hate to do this to you, but the dice tell a story, and apparently the B plot of the horror at Headstone Hill is that time that Ada definitely got afraid of woodland creatures.
She's trying so hard.
She really is.
She got afraid of wood.
That's
She's
right.
afraid of wood.
Dendrophile. All right, so here's how this works. You see Leslie draw forth a small, like that thing that Sister May saw in the jar. And you can see it's a small aspen bulb that looks a lot like Sister May, and it's hissing, and it's spitting blood and stomach bile everywhere. And you just feel like the shadows are growing closer. I need you to give me a fear roll at -3. Sorry, that's what it is. -3.
Let's.
Out of curiosity, why -3?
1, because it's a dendro thing, and 2, because the fear level here is much higher than it was in Heaston Hill.
Fear roll is spirit.
It is spirit. You've got it. Yes, you do.
No.
I think you've told that joke before.
I know.
But how about you?
It's an oldie, but a goodie.
You're half right.
Something.
It's new to you, Bob. That's fair.
No, I do not succeed.
What did you? How much did you? You didn't. You did not get.
I would have said, "Oh my God, y'all, double ones."
Okay, that's fair.
Double one.
Would you please roll a d20 and add
of
3
course.
to it?
A 20.
A 23 grab ya.
Oh.
All right. All right. I need you to give me an immediate vigor test at -2.
My God.
You are an immediate vigor test at -2. What happened?
You see him draw it forth. The blood and a little bit of fluid kind of
9.
pouring out of its side. You see this thing, it's writhing in Leslie's hand. It looks right at you, and it gives out a gurgle that you swear is Ada.
That's hideous.
The good news is you are stunned. You
That's
are
the
distracted, you fall prone, and you are just sort of catatonic for a bit. Had you failed this roll, Ada, you rolled a heart attack.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, so Ada falls off of her horse. Thump.
Oh, gosh. I was clearly helping the wrong individual. So,
Nigel's like, oh my lord, maybe we should go to the fort, or do we not?
Just stop moving.
He's been pacing back and forth. There's like a little furrow.
little Nigel furrow.
Wickers is going to go over, gently pick her up, and set her in the back of the wagon, take her horse.
Yeah, Nigel unlocks it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna cradle her head and cast relief.
Okay.
Nice. This is good because I don't want to gamble again. Not today. What happens because I let him heal me, so I didn't have that minus? What happens? Even though I didn't need it. Crap.
And
Jam.
I got a 9, which means that she can remove shaken and or stunned.
All right,
Nice.
Ada, you wake up sometime later. You can smell the trees in your nose. You can smell the green. But your head is on Sister May's lap. You are in a dark place. You do know that the last time you saw Sister May, they were trying to remove one of those pod people from her. One of those aspen pods. It's,
You need therapy.
it's sort of rocking back and forth.
I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified for therapy.
None of us are.
Nigel kind of walks up to Wickers. All right, what's the plan? Do we head for Gunsight? Is she going to be okay? Like, it was gross, but...
Who has medicine?
Hold
Can we
on,
tell?
let's check in. And the Wickers will walk over, open the door, keeping it shut just in case she needed to be in an enclosed space. Who knows? Opens it, tilts his head in with that creepy little blue glow in his eyes when looking in darkness. Everything all right? You all right?
No. I need to burn all of the trees ever.
We'll put it on the to-do list.
That sounds ambitious. We have no time.
Look, considering what happened with those aspen trees, I don't blame her. Hell, I'll help you burn down every last aspen we ever come across, make it a personal vendetta.
This-
But first things first, are you fit now?
I think so.
it's
Good enough for me.
exactly ringing with confidence. So if we going into Gunsight, help me out. Why are we going in there?
All right, so there's...
I know I missed.
No, that's fine. You missed last week. So, Fort Supply is here. You could stop there. Get some rest inside of a walled-off area. You're heading to Gunsight. It's a box canyon. That's where the Little Rock Irregulars are. 1, Ada has a powerful hankering to kill him.
Yeah.
2, you got the fact that they've got Prospector Bob. And 3, that's where Gatling Heaston is, the guy who kidnapped you, and the guy who wants to trade Prospector Bob for his father's freedom.
Who we forgot to bring, by the way.
On purpose.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you? I don't know. I was.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it till he had said, "You ride out a couple days." I'm like, "Oh, son of!"
I forgot the important guy.
I forgot a step.
What was the middle part again? Yeah. Okay.
Step 1, step 2, step 3, profit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if we're going in there, I'm not a fan of the Wickers method of, striding in, bow-legged, bizarre. So I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah, I'm certain you're bow-legged. If you're not, I don't know who is. So,
I mean, he's not actually.
please.
Funny thing about a dead man, he can't change bodily unless somebody's forcibly ripping his face off and feeding it to entities.
So you weren't before? You weren't prior to the
No,
harrowing?
Actually, he stands up fairly straight.
Oh, good for him. Good
Which
for
is
you.
very disturbing.
Everything's
his height.
coming up roses for you. Aside from
No.
Okay, so yeah, I'd like to reconnoiter, but do it swiftly so we can move out. Because last I heard, Prospector Bob took a slug to the leg, and I'm pretty sure they're not giving him good medical aid over there.
Well, and here's the thing. Fort Supply, I apologize. It's not as... It's been gone for a while, but at least we can camp in the ruins. You can see Nigel seems really flustered by, the impromptu, prairie surgery on Sister May and making a deal possibly with the entire Ghost Steel gang. And He's like, no, it was sacked and burned. But we should be able to stay there for the night.
If we must, I think. I feel a sense of, how do you say, urgency for Prospector Bob. But if you think resting up will do us good, then we shall. Fort, what's it called? Supply?
Fort Supply. Yeah, it's just up ahead.
As good as any.
All right.
One day closer to Scarlet.
Don't worry, Bob. I'm keeping track for you.
Okay.
All right. As you ride. Oh, Tank the Frank has a great idea. You could always use illusion.
Yeah,
Deal with
the
mammalian.
better idea would have put it on.
Yeah. So
Better idea, put
you
it
guys
on
get
litters.
to what was once a large fort, but it has clearly been left abandoned to the elements. It was burned down at some point. Again, as night falls, as you get there, we're going to start with Lily. It gives you the Wiggins, Ada, but you can't tell if that's just because you have the Wiggins, or because
I feel like I'm currently in a state of, halfway freaked.
that's right. You are like everything that
I Wiggin.
Yeah, everything that snaps, everything that twitches. When the wind kicks up, when the river gets too noisy, you're on edge, Ada. It's probably not a good place to be traveling into a box canyon.
Nope.
Yeah, enjoy that.
But Nigel and Felix get down. They do have some camping gear. They start setting up. John Doom gets a Benny for the I'm an illusionist, Michael. And as you guys go around, you all get the feeling that something here is watching you. You can see the remnants of the fort command post, of the walls. Ash kind of moves with the wind in strange eddies, almost leaving ideograms that you almost can make out before they swirl away again. But you are able to sit, you are able to rest, get out of the wind, and pass the night. I need each of you to roll a d4 and tell me what you get. Actually, roll a d6.
Okay. But not the extra
This
D.
one.
Not a Nigel. Yeah, not a wild card die. 4.
No, 5.
A 5? What? Yeah, of course it's... So, Sister May and Ada, you decide to take watches together. Because, well, Ada's not sleeping, and Sister May needs her rest. Yeah. And as you guys are sitting up, Ada, if you don't mind me narrating a little bit, stoking the fire kind of fulfills two deep-seated needs that you have to burn plants and make sure there's enough light kind of pushing everything back. And it is unfortunate that the two of you are on watch. As you stoke the fire, Ada and Sister May, give me notice rolls.
And
What'd you get?
a 10.
Nice. A 3. Sister May, you don't...
I was actually praying gratitudes for being healed and I wasn't paying attention. So sorry.
All right.
Ada's on high alert. and
Ada
knows
is on
everything.
high alert. Like, so Ada, you notice as you stare off. At first, you think, "Man, the stars are out tonight. They seem to be hanging a little low." And then you notice they are hanging too low, and stars aren't red. And you can see rising up from several of these other mounds. And as they rise up, they shouldn't, but the wind kind of catches it right, and you can see clearly in the moonlight a picked clean, charred bone of some sort. like several of them. The curve of a skull, the bulbous end of a femur, the claw-like ribs kind of poking out of the ashes. And you can see that several things begin to rise up out of the ash piles. And as they begin to move, you can see they are ghosts, poltergeists, creatures of the night. You can feel the terror kind of start to trickle down the back of your spine. You can see that they're all wearing the livery of the Nauvoo Legionnaires, as they seem to be burning with rage and fire within, the fire that probably consumed their bones. And we're going to jump into initiative as these ghosts move to attack you.
Just them two, or all of us?
Well, you're all.
Okay,
Well, I mean,
like-
you know, obviously they're going to be after all of you, but the rest of you are. Oh, Wickers, you're not asleep. You don't sleep, buddy.
Nope, I
Oh.
just live in constant misery.
You guys. Also, Ada, the screaming that and whimpering that Leslie does while he sleeps has also put you on edge.
I mean, yeah.
True.
Nice, Zach. That's worth a Benny. All right. So we're gonna start with Ada because she is awake. Ada, 2 of diamonds turns into a 7 of diamonds for you.
Thank you.
Leslie, 2 of hearts
2 cards.
turns into a 10 of hearts for you. The love
better.
that you have for Scarlet started with just 2 points and has blossomed into something more. Wickers.
If I had a Benny to give you, I'd give it to you.
Thank you, sir.
No,
Wickers,
I didn't.
7 of hearts. Thanks, Tipsy. That was a delightful balcones. Sister May. Oh, King of Hearts. Nice. And my ghosts go on the 8 of spades. All right. So that means, Sister May, you're asleep.
I'm not
Oh,
sleeping.
no, you're
I'm
not. You're
praying.
awake. You just don't know what's going on.
Praying.
What do you want to do? Do you say anything, Ada?
Yeah, kind
Do
of.
you pull a
stammering.
Shaggy? Ghosts.
You see the ghosts.
I'm asleep.
If I know that they are rising, then I would like to cast Smite with additional recipients, please.
All right. So first thing I want you to do is Ada, Wickers, and Sister May. You all are awake. So the 3 of you need to give me another spirit check. This time at -4.
Oof.
Sorry, Ada. Lily's behind a gun. She can't miss. Lily's staring at something scary. Her heart possibly stops.
7.
Question.
At a -4.
Nice.
Question.
Yes, sir.
I know I get a lot of things as a herald. Is there anything about fear? I can't remember. I feel like there is something, because I know I have a +2 to spirit rolls, but I didn't mark what.
You get a
for.
+2 to spirit rolls to recover from being shaken.
Okay.
With the minuses,
this-
I get a 7.
Wow. Look at that. You are not scared of no ghost, Sister May.
So say the rolls, so may they continue.
All right. And you said, what was the minus?
4.
Oh, 22.
All right. None of you are afraid. So, Sister May, what are you casting?
Smite with additional recipients.
How many recipients?
4. No,
Alright.
3. So 3 additional 4 recipients.
Okay, so you're going to try and hit everybody's. All right.
It's like a -8 or no? What? Doesn't it go up with every?
It's how many power points you spend. It's never a penalty to the roll.
Oh,
It costs more.
more.
More power, Bob. Or max power.
6.
A 6. All right. Sister May, what does your smite look like again? For those who may have forgotten in our week off.
Oh, do I need to declare modifiers before or after I roll?
You declare them before you roll.
Okay, then never mind. Then it looks like incense rising up from the crucifix, swirling around their weapons and imbuing an extra evil comeuppance.
Spell it.
Nice. All right. It is now Leslie's turn. Leslie, you can give me a notice roll at -4 to see if you can hear the prayers of Sister May waking you up.
Oh my gosh.
Or
Notice.
Ada's cry. Well, Ada actually said ghost, so you can make that roll at -2.
Okay. But I rolled a 6. 7, 5, 5 total.
5 wakes you up. You kind of snap awake at Ada's voice.
Ghosts.
Signum, nice. You can have a Benny for that. All right, you snap awake. You can see there are 5 of these ghostly legionnaires.
Okay. So summon ally is going to require me to step sideways.
Okay.
I'm pushing it. Can I mutter to myself while I'm going? Can
Yeah,
they
of
hear me
course.
mutter?
Yeah,
So
they-
I'm gonna tell a brief story. A time learned it in catechism or whatever it's called for Orthodox young people. Of a time where a vast army was arrayed against a smaller group of people who seemed helpless, but there was power in the water that was going to swallow up the entire army. And I'm going to go ahead and so this is my story that I'm sharing, but I'm going to cast in my out of character. I'm hoping that somehow I'm able to. Ooh, that's Benny. Ooh.
So remember, a Benny to step sideways,
Oh gosh. Okay. So
and you get a free reroll on the gambling, Bob. So when you wait,
then I'm
hold on.
taking
So
that back.
as you step through muttering this, you come in. Mammalion's looking a little bit ragged, looking a little bit hungry in the face, a little lean in the face. Again, Leslie?
You have looked better in the past, and not to give you undue, things nice said about you, but you look kind of terrible. I am going to use that Benny because I did, even with my reroll, suck. Oh, okay. So, and this is a minus however many. Does it apply to me in here?
No. You get the
Okay.
-1 from being wounded. That's
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay. So 5.
All right. That gives you 7 cards to draw. And what spell are you casting, Bob?
Summon ally.
Okay, so here's the
I
thing
want
about
the big-
Summon Ally.
The big bastard, though. Does that give me? I need extra for that, huh?
Yeah, you will need extra for that. So it'll be a -2 to the roll. Because it is 1 above your...
Hey, great, so to speak.
One
yes,
above my pay grade.
1 above your...
I do have a Joker again.
Level. You're
Yeah.
whatever they mark them as a level. It's weird.
Your rank. Yeah. So, Bob, here's the thing. Did you make it with the -2?
Yes, I had a 4.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so here's how this works, Bob. You get your gambling roll, so you get your 7 cards.
Yeah.
All right. What did you get?
Uh,
I feel like Bob's
Trip
really been
queens.
leaning into this. What did you get? A pair of queens?
triple.
Trip queens.
yeah.
So
This is-
3 of a kind is 6 power points. All right, the Sentinel is 8. So here's how this works. You have to make your spellcasting test
Yeah.
at -2 because of the heroic rank, minus minus a third one because of your wound, and 2 for the power points that you've missed it by. So you need to make this roll at a -5.
That's not gonna happen. Oh my gosh. All right. Yikes. Oh, but see, this is why I should have a dice cam. That's an 8. The other one's a 1. But we need a dice cam. Can I make a dice cam? Is that going to be awesome? It's another 8. I'm not kidding. Oh, JM. If I roll another, okay, it's a 1. So 17.
Dice are hot. The
8,
dice are
8,
hot.
and 1 is 17.
17
Yes.
minus 5 is 12, so you still succeed with a raise. So,
I
Bob,
will
the
try no
Sentinel,
more.
what does your Sentinel look like as it just sort of bursts up or coalesces into existence.
Yeah, this would be the King of Spades. He and I, this is the first time I've seen him many times, but now he's going to be larger than life.
All right. Your King of Spades or mine?
As in Hoyle's or as in
the Deadlands King of Spades, or the one on the back of...
Go for Deadlands King of Spades because it seems just fitting.
All right. You can see as Wickers gets to his feet, he's kind of laying in his bunk or on his roll, muttering to himself. And this figure, Leslie, kind of coalesces into existence, limbed in gossamer, almost starlight, skin as dark as the suit that he is wearing, eyes filled with the same light. And he reaches down and he pulls Leslie to his feet, cards rippling in the other hand.
Wow.
Leslie, what do you want your sentinel to do? As he starts taking a step away, he seems to grow, or Leslie shrinks, but soon the guy towers about 2-3 feet above Leslie.
Okay, so what does the host we're fighting look like? I mean, is it how
they
many
look
ghosts?
like 5. They're wearing the Nauvoo Legionnaires soldiers.
There are 5 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Armed with? Does it matter? Because I'm gonna.
They seem to be armed with shotguns, rifles, pistols, and a cinder's glow in their eyes.
All right. Well, the closest one with the meanest looking weapon, it's going to draw his ire, and he's going to charge. He's going to try and close distance if he can.
All right, Bob, give me a fighting roll for your sentinel. Now, do you have those that I sent you, or do you need me to tell you what it is?
You sent me an image of it, and I can't find it.
That's fine. I got you right here. Bob, give me a D10, just a straight D10.
Oh, that's right. I get 10s. 9. Does he have a minus?
That hits. No, he doesn't. That hits with a raise. So you're going to roll a D12, a D8, a D6, and you're going to add 2.
Yikes! It's calculus. So 7 plus 5 is 12. 14 total.
14 total. None of them aced, right? Because remember, damage dice explode.
Negative. None
Okay.
of them.
You see what happens is the King of Spades starts walking towards. You can see he's wearing a long duster, and on the back is the glowing symbol of the High House of Spades. And he takes the cards and he holds a single card between each knuckle, and he just starts laying into one of the ghosts. And you wouldn't think that this thing would actually do anything to the ghost. You had a 14, Bob?
Yes.
But as you watch, it just rips the ghost's ethereal essence and disperses it. Ada, your notice is still high enough that you notice that those wisps that get torn to shreds head back toward one of the piles that you saw bones in. It is now the other 4s.
Like a specific pile, or like
one. You can see that there's several of these. They're not mounds. It's not like they were buried. It looks like they were just left open, and ashes have kind of accreted on top of them.
John gave me just acknowledging. Thank you, John, for the Benny.
For Benny, yes.
Sheer down luck. Yeah, for sheer
all
down
right.
luck. I need all of them.
All right. Well, Leslie, I got to make sure I don't say Bob because there is an NPC in this game named Bob. Leslie, you can see one of the ghosts kind of comes running up, and it opens its mouth. Its jaw distends, and the fire and the rage inside of it just cascades out, engulfing the sentinel and yourself. So...
Oof. So you need my toughness, huh?
Oh, I've got it right here.
Never mind.
I will be spending 75. One of my bennies to re-roll that. There we go.
Who gave him bennies?
All right. Bob, you are hit without a raise, and your sentinel is hit without a raise. So as the fire engulfs you, Leslie, you will take 8, 9, 12. Leslie, with a toughness of 5, you will take a wound and are shaken. Your sentinel will take, that's 11, 13, 13, 19, 23. Which is still only a plus 10, so it too will only take a wound and is shaken.
Can I soak mine with this?
You can spend a Benny to soak, yes.
Do I roll for that, or do I just move on with my life?
Wickers, you're going to be up after they attack. What'd you get?
Do I roll for that?
Yes, you spend. You make a vigor roll.
Vigor.
Also
All right.
Vim, if you prefer.
Vim and also vigor. How about verve?
You can make verve. I'd allow it.
Yep.
What about Zhuzh?
Zhuzh.
This is why I love running games for you guys.
4. Oh wait, there's a minus to this, huh?
-1.
Ugh. I can't be having. Yep, it's my last penny. There's.
Don't forget,
that's double one.
you get your wild card die.
Yeah, double ones. That's why.
No, you always
Yeah.
take the. You got that
can
wound. Your wound and you're shaken.
Okay.
All right.
So here's the thing. So I don't have to take the second that I reroll?
No.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
All right. Ada. Red, black, or green? Green. Red or black, Sister May?
Red.
Wickers.
I only have one option, apparently.
All right. So, Ada, your parry is 5, yes?
I believe so.
All right. So you are all hit, but none of them raise as they come in and they pass their hands through you, and it feels as if you have stuck your chest into the coals of the fire. It leaves this burning sensation. You can feel your skin blistering under your clothing. They leave a black streak through your habit, through your duster, through whatever Wickers happens to be wearing.
Wait, did I get hit?
Yes, all 3 of you did.
For how much? I missed that.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Wickers. Do you have any armor, sir?
No, but I do have a toughness of 9.
Wickers, you are shaken. Ada, you are fine. Sister May.
Oh no.
Rutro. 14, 9. You take 2 wounds and are shaken. Who would like to soak?
Me.
That would have been great, Zach.
Okay. Do you have to take negatives for soaking
on
rolls
soak.
as well?
Not
Okay.
on soak.
I rolled a 5.
All right. You take no wounds and are not shaken. Wickers. Roll a shake off shaken.
Yeah,
You
I
get
can
plus
do that.
2.
This time I know where I get that plus 2. Beautiful thing. That is a 6.
All right. You shake it off.
Call that a hit. Question. Since Wickers uses his hands as weapons, are they smiteable?
You can try
That
to
was the
smite
thing.
them. Yes.
I was going to say, is that was the thing? No, I recall the thing was about weapons, but I don't know how unarmed strikes count. I mean, I have stuff that makes them a thing, but
Well, you
I don't
have
know
you have the claws, correct?
I do not have claws.
What do you have?
I have the brawler function where my unarmed strikes deal additional damage. I'm not sure if that means that they count for things. Hold on while I...
You can definitely pummel them.
Well, yes, I can pummel them, but in terms of the spell that Sister
Yeah, that would totally
May
apply.
cast- Okay, that was my question. Was if the spell can apply to my hands because they're not
It-
technically weapons.
It says the power is cast on a weapon of some sort.
Oh, then no.
I assume that I would have had to pick, and I would
Yeah,
have
but it
picked
is
whichever
actually a
one
weapon of some sort. It
is
ranged
your
weapon.
preferred.
So it'd probably cast in your gun, Wickers.
Could it be one of my knives?
I'd allow it.
Then
Signum
one of
gets a
not-
penny.
yeah. Well, Wickers is about to shake this knife all through a couple of these ghosty fellas. So, gonna go for that multi-attack, even with the penalty of -2. Gonna
Alright.
go and swing this super knife here
Go for it.
through two of them, basically putting himself between two of them so that he can get the one that's on Sister May and the one that he is on
Go
him,
for
if
it.
that's possible.
Yep.
All right. Gonna spend a penny. There we are. That is an 11.
An 11
The
hits
first
with a
one,
raise.
-2. Yeah, -2, that is a 9.
Okay,
So,
still hits with a raise. Go ahead and get the extra d6 of damage. You
hot.
just see Wickers lay into these two things, Sister May, with his knife. It's flashing everywhere, leaving little streaks of incense behind it as it slashes at the creatures. Restar, I've called them. I know they're called fingers, but I've never seen them fang. Oh, there they go.
All right. So 15 for that one in
Okay.
damage.
All right. So,
So-
2 wounds.
All right, and then for the next attack on the other one, another 8,
Okay.
10 -2, so 8.
You don't subtract it from damage.
Oh, that wasn't for damage. That
Oh.
was my to hit for the second.
All right, then
action.
go ahead and roll your damage, but you don't get the extra bonus.
Okay. So that would just be. That is a 5.
Nothing.
Yes, just 5.
Yep. So that'll shake the other one. All right.
Oh wait, doesn't smite add 2?
It adds 2 points of damage.
All right, in that case, 7, and I miscalculated previously. So
Okay.
that puts it at a 7.
7 is still just shaken.
Okay.
Ada, you are up. Ghosts all around you.
And Sister May powered up my gun.
Yes, she did.
Okay, well, I will endeavor to shoot something, but I do not anticipate that it will have much impact.
All right.
Four.
A 4 hits. You don't get any extra bonus damage, but you definitely get the extra 2 points of damage from
Okay.
the smite.
Damage dice explode.
They do explode.
Do they explode 4 times?
They
They certainly
they
can.
certainly do.
$30 and then an extra point of damage.
Extra 2 points of damage.
Oh, I'm doing the damage wrong. No, I'm rolling the wrong damage. I'm sorry. This is
Nope.
wildly incorrect.
Oh.
It's still exploding though. Nobody panic.
Lily's just messing with the GM at this point. The marshal.
Apparently, it's Lily's turn to be the damage dealer of this game.
I think we're at 29.
Okay. Well, that definitely blows the ghost away. And you can see again the wisps start going back to different piles. And Ada, You don't know exactly what that means, but you know who always seems to know? Sister May. All right, new rounds of cards. Bob, or Leslie, looks like Kings rise to the occasion, as the King of
Right.
Diamonds is your card.
And you chose 2 cards for me?
I did choose 2 cards.
Thank you. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I will also let you know, Bob, in case you are wondering, the King of Spades in this deck is Velvet Van Helter. The King of Diamonds is Lacey O'Malley. Ada, the Queen of Spades, or the Queen of Clubs, is yours. Wickers, the Ace of Diamonds. Sister May, the 8 of Diamonds. At this point, Felix and Nigel awakened for the first time in this whole thing because Ada fired her gun, go on a 3 of Diamonds. And the remaining 3 ghosts go on a 3 of Hearts. So, Wickers is first, followed by Leslie. Wickers, what do you do?
Second verse, same as the first. Multi-attack on the one attacking Sister May and the one that's on myself.
You killed the one that
One
was
more.
on yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gone.
Yep.
oh. Well then, I'm just gonna sidle my way so that if there is one on... Alright, so... Okay then. Positioning wise then, what would be the next advantageous
There is
option?
not a way to take out 2 people at this point, but there's one on May and there's one on Ada. Well, there's not one on Ada. There's one on May and there's one on Leslie's ally.
Don't worry
I
about
mean,
the
I
other.
could take a -4 and just chuck my knife after you do the first action. So, why not? May as well.
All right.
So, going for the one that's on the good sister. I'll die. That is an 8 -4. So 4.
That
To hit.
misses the ghost.
Well, takes the knife and then, seeing that didn't work, flips the knife and chucks it at the one that is attacking elsewhere. And,
All right, so this will incur, because of the range penalty for a thrown knife, will incur an additional -2.
So -6 in total. Because it's -2 because I'm trying to throw it without having any of the special proficiency edges on it. And -2 because it's multi-action. -2 once again for this. All right. For the folks at home, I'm likely not going to make this. That's a 14.
All right. So go ahead and roll your damage with the extra point of damage, or the extra die of damage. Leslie, you're going to be up next.
Yep.
That is 12 points of damage.
12 points.
Sorry, 14. I keep forgetting about Smite. Shame on me.
All right. Let's see what happens here. Your thing passes through it. It does not... It damages it, but not enough to cause it to discorporate. It's sort of wavering in the mist. Leslie, what do you do?
All right, I'd like to just blast with extra targets. So the one that is not decorporealized or whatever you called it would be one, and then another closest one because I don't know how great a shot I actually am. So, but I can't find blast as PowerPoints.
Oh, I got you right here, sir.
Sorry.
Blast is one of your spells. You mean Bolt?
Bolt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bolt is
Range
one
attack.
PowerPoint.
Oh, that's right. Easy.
You can you could add lingering damage to it if you want, or spend 2 PowerPoints to cause the damage to go from 2d6 to 3d6.
But with the extra targets, the one. Yeah, let's do it. Two PowerPoints, easy peasy.
Yep,
Since
so
I
you
have
spend
multiple targets. Does that mean I'm using 4 power points?
You would actually be using 6 power points to hit 2 targets, and you need to give me 2 spellcasting rolls at
No,
-2
let's just
to
do one.
each. Okay,
Let's just do one.
doing one.
Yeah.
The
okay,
one in
check
front of
this out.
Sister May?
Yes.
All right, go for it.
Check this out. Is this going to work? Okay.
It works!
Okay. All right. Spellcasting is...
The very first dice cam in iconic history.
The dice cam. Okay, so that is not a success. So that misses. Because I have no bennies.
You have no bennies.
No, I used them all.
Anyone in the chat want to give a Benny to Leslie, or are we going to let it go?
Let it go. Let it go. Okay. It is what it is.
Ada. You see... Oh, no, Leslie, don't forget. Bob, John Doom gave it to you. And don't forget your Sentinel gets to go then next.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So, all right, back to the dice cam. I should label this dice cam. Same as the... See, that's at least a success, but it's a negative though, right?
You have a -1 due to your...
So that doesn't work.
It looks like Tipsy Flipper also gave you one.
Oh my gosh! I better roll it. Okay, that's a 6 on the 6-sided. Yes. Okay, 8 total. Thank you, guys.
8 total? All
Yes.
right, Leslie, that hits with an extra die of damage, so you will roll 4d6. What does it look like as you send this blast across at Sister May?
It's the
Attack
typical.
her.
It's the typical gambit. You know that I'm gonna be flinging cards. 3. I only have the 3. I know
6.
it's dumb. 6, which hey,
That's all right. You're at 12.
another 6.
18. Or, yeah, 18.
I'm telling you. Oh, can you even see that? Did
What
I
is
move
it?
my hand?
I saw it before.
It's
it faded.
another
Another
6.
six.
18, 24.
Okay, see what I'm saying? These dice are possessed.
24, 30.
Okay. There has to be a point at which I stop rolling just because it's ludicrous, right?
Yeah, 36.
Do I just shoot a hole
going.
through the universe? So
There.
40.
That's 40, and you still have 1 die left on the 4 dice.
Ow.
Stop.
46.
There was like, okay, seriously? But it's got all the, I mean, it's not got 6.
No, I
on
see
all
it, Bob.
the-
You're at 52.
Okay.
54.
Oh. Okay.
Leslie, narrate this as your blast rips this thing to shreds.
I thought I was paying attention and throwing cards after cards, but I must have let go the entire deck. It's 52 card pickup all over the target. It's as blasty as it gets.
It is as blasty as it gets. And then your go ahead and roll for your King of Spades.
Ooh, dice cam. Okay, so this
He
one I
now
get a
has
12.
the new record for most damage dealt.
Yeah, 54 is definitely the roll to beat, people.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
First it was
7.
32. Now I gotta work harder. Thanks.
D10, Bob. Just a D10 for this guy.
Oh, I thought you said it was a 12. Oh, that was
Damage. Yep, D10.
Okay, 10. That's a 2.
Okay, he misses. Ada.
Oh my.
There's one left. As you spin around, you can see the one ghost that's been nickered by Wickers, and the Sentinel just whiffed. What do you do?
Shoot.
Go for it.
That pile of bones that they're going back to.
7.
Document that on a We Play Savage World.
Yeah, Bob, I would tweet that. 7, it hits. You spin, ratchet a new round, and fire. Go ahead and roll your damage at +2. JD, I would say we should definitely put that in the share that for tomorrow.
Already working on it.
I knew you would be. What'd you get, Ada?
12.
12? All right. Ada, what's it look like as your shot hits?
With the holy blessing of Sister May, it is an explosion of holy glory.
All right. You blow it away, and you can see that some of these piles, you can start to see embers kind of quickening in the bones again. But at this point, what you hear is, "Holy hell! as Felix and Nigel get up off the top of the wagon, Nigel kind of stands up in the moonlight, rifle ready, and his blanket drops around, and he is buck naked.
So is that a fear test? I roll spirit. No. I'm haunted
What?
by-
Self-control test to keep from laughing.
What is that? What was that? And Sister May, give me your notice roll.
Wait, what?
Nigel goes, or Felix goes, those were ghosts, Nigel. You might want to put some pants on.
Felix and Nigel.
With my minus, I got a 9.
You can see these things starting to quicken as well.
So I've noticed that they're coalescing on the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what does that mean, sir?
Give me a faith roll.
What happens if we burn them?
Probably nothing good.
Oh.
They
Not
are
made of
ghosts,
wood.
spirits of fire.
Oh, right.
Thank you, Tank the Frag. That's awesome. What'd you get, Sister May?
10.
You know that the easiest way of getting rid of vengeful spirits is to give them a proper Christian burial. Or just a regular burial. But you being you.
Christian Bear.
What do you do, Sister May?
I don't believe a camping spade is among my effects, so
I do not have a thing like
But
that.
it may
either.
be among the effects of our lovely two marshal and deputy.
Yeah, you guys don't travel with shovels, and they do have shovels in their packs.
Well, we're not prospecting.
A little moat so that you don't drown.
okay, then I will grab up my Bible and I will shout, I need a shovel and some dirt. Let's put these souls to rest, shall we? And then I'll begin, reading passages of scripture and, laying them to rest while other people fling dirt.
Sorry, that's loud. I recognize that.
All right. Why don't you go ahead? So everybody, you spend the rest of the night at Sister's Maze. As she kind of goes around, starts putting these people to rest. And Sister May, as you kind of as you open your Bible to just kind of pick a verse, it opens to Judges 15:4-5. How Samson went and caught 300 foxes and took torches and turned the foxes tail to tail and put one torch in the middle between two tails. When he set the torches, he released the foxes into the fields of the Philistines, thus burning up both the shocks and the standing grains, along with the vineyards and the groves.
Wickers is hearing.
Oh, very apt.
Wicker is hearing this. Goes, not a bad idea to do with that forest.
Except you didn't hear it.
All right. It is dawn when you finish putting the dead to rest.
We didn't get much rest ourselves, did we?
You did not.
Shucks. One day closer to Scarlet. Well, I suppose it's the same night. Never mind.
Wickers is going to
Scarlet.
look at the people that are mortal and require rest of a significant period and goes, yeah, we're not traveling today if y'all are going to be tired like this. Take another day. We buried them this time.
We do have people we're meeting within a specific time frame, however.
Ada,
They'll be
give
coming
me a
this way.
Ada, go ahead and give me a survival roll. As the marshal consults his map.
Yeah. Did I up my survival? Anyone? Anybody?
I say
No,
yes.
you did not.
75 times.
Yes. It's been upped, 5?
All right, so Ada, your goal is to take the Mormon Trail. And here's the thing. if you rest today, you're going to be pushing it to get to Gunsight in time to meet Scarlet.
You know how I feel on this.
In that case, y'all tie your horses to the wagon. I'll drive. Y'all sleep inside.
I like this. I sleep fitfully, but
Can we take rotations up on the box with you?
Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. Is that the plan
Okay,
then?
Yes.
All
I
right.
sleep.
At least it points at Felix and Nigel.
Yeah.
Like, you two definitely need to rest, especially if it's your show.
All right. All right. All right,
So-
Wickers. Do you have
Yeah.
riding?
Riding? Yeah, I do actually.
All right. I'm going to ask you to give me a riding roll at -2.
He doubts you.
Oh. I see that.
You doubt. You doubt.
$15.
All right. You keep the pace pretty high, riding through the night, and you make it. You can see the lights of towns and cities further on out. Piedmont, Aspen. You can see the rails of the Denver Pacific as it makes its way around the hills and over the ravines and across the rivers. You keep riding. The wagon, bumpy, creaking. The inside definitely smelling like a lot of people have been kept prisoner in here for, rides from here to Fort Bridger down to Cheyenne. Not the most comfortable place you've slept, but then again, not the least. And as you get, as sun sets on the second day, you can see the lights of Hilliard off far to the west. You know, Ada, that you got to be looking for the trail tomorrow. The outlaw trail that runs from Hilliard down to Gunsight. Probably not something you want to do in the dark. At this point, Felix kind of sort of walks up, sits down in the box next to Ada. So I hear you have a powerful need to go after the Little Rock Irregulars.
We have unfinished business.
I get that. Anything you want to share?
They killed my husband. And I've got
How long ago?
vengeance to take.
How
long
long
enough.
ago was that?
How long have they been in the area?
How long have they been in the area?
Hmm.
Oh, they've been here for a couple of years.
Yeah, it was a couple years back.
Listen. Nigel's in the back. He kind of leans in. Not close, but closer to you. Listen. Nigel's young. He's got a powerful need to prove himself. Worthy of the badge. Your friend Wickers, well, he's fed into the boys. Delusions of grandeur. He's going to try and take the guys in by the book.
It can't be brought in.
Oh, I'm with
You
you
know
on that. I'm with you on that. When steel gets pulled, we may have to just make sure Nigel isn't aware or is taken care of. I like the boy. I just prefer he not get hurt. Either by...
I won't be able to colluding against him, but
Oh, I'm not planning on colluding against him. but I ain't planning on anyone making it out of there safe for us.
I can agree to that.
So, Tank the Frank does have a good point, Ada. Would you like to go into more detail about your backstory and share the story of your ride for vengeance and possibly get a point of conviction?
Go ahead, Rick.
I was actually going to say that I wanted to try to make this a thing because Wickers has been curious, being able to tell that when somebody has the same bent as him. So at this point, he's going to walk up. He's going to nod to Felix. He's going to look to Ada. I'm going to assume that we're taking a moment to rest and goes, you mind taking a walk with me real quick? Check perimeter and all that.
So I will say, if she tells the story, she's got to tell it in public. It can't just be one-on-one.
Okay. Darn.
I see you, Wickers.
I mean, that's fine. I was not aware of all the conviction.
No, that's totally fine.
Rules and all that. So, but Wickers will instead be inclined to be like, instead of sitting here, how about we take this conversation that you're having for a walk, do a little check around the perimeter of the camp.
Okay.
And during the course of this, Wickers will ask, well, actually not ask, he's going to say, you mind telling me about him?
I've seen your horrors, so, you know, I understand that you've got an interest. You know, they're the Little Rock Irregulars. They've been forging their trade on the railways, highways, banditry. And my husband Silas and I were planning to come west, and, well, they didn't like it. We got mixed up in some of their business, and they left us both for dead. Unfortunately for them, I was not.
After a little bit of quiet, my wife and kids were tortured and killed by a bunch of Confederate gray hats, led by, was LeChance, right?
Mm-hmm. I know. It was.
Was it Colton?
It was Colton.
That Captain Colton. Now, I was supposed to be dead that time too. Only, unlike you, they did succeed.
Yeah, I didn't have to make the same kind of deals.
Count your stars.
Mm-hmm.
When I came to, 5 days had passed, and they just left the bodies there. And now his voice actually seems to change. I have been putting on an air since I woke up. It has been 20 years of me hunting down the men who killed my wife and my sons. For 20 years, I have been hunting down the remaining gray hats. And each time, I have let the creature inside have play.
Yes. How many are left?
hesitant. By my count, as of Colton, 2.
Do you know where they are?
Don't know what we were told by Sister May. Sounds like they're right there in gun sight with your regulars.
Seems likely they're not nice men.
No. No, gray hats generally don't care when a white man marries a black woman from Italy. Funny thing about that, their crusades, they don't care if she's a stalwart Catholic, they don't care if she helps to teach children during Sunday schools, they don't care that the husband was a teacher, a man of learning. They don't care, because as much of a devil as I am, the gray hats are significantly worse. And as he's saying this, even with how light out it may be, his eyes start faintly glowing under the brim of his hat. I will have my vengeance. One way or another, I will see those men either hung, or I will wrest their hearts from their chest myself and give them, and I will give them the treatment that Prometheus was given.
Livers?
Well,
Innards?
yes, I don't like putting too much label on it. I generally am opting for the option of wherever a Grask can be found. But for the most part, so long as those men end, then I can have a chance at seeing an end myself. Looks to... It's Felix that's with us, correct?
Felix is with you.
I did hear what you said. I do not intend to feed his ego. I fully intend that when he has his back turned, to knock him out so that it can just be said that one of them snuck up behind us and threw a rock so that he doesn't die.
Didn't say you fed his ego. Said you fed his delusions. Badge is all shiny in his eyes still. Prefer that shine to stay on it.
Ego and ambition carry the same weight among those that carry the weight of good in their heart. It is dangerous to let one's sight, of course, be blinded by the gold and glitter of glory. I do not promise glory. I promise grit, blood, and bone.
I will give both Ada and Wickers a conviction point for that. Meanwhile, back at the camp, Nigel is sitting next to Leslie and Sister May, sort of. Well, tomorrow's the day. We're gonna go into gun sight, and we are gonna take the Little Rock Irregulars into custody, bind them by law. Gotta say, and he kind of looks around. He can't see anyone else because, right, you're staring at the fire. It's good to have you two here with me. Now, don't get me wrong, Mr. Wickers is well, he's a scary son of a bitch, but he seems to have my back. But Ada, Scarlet, she's glad to have you, Leslie, and Sister May as well.
Keep the name of Scarlet out of your mouth, and do worry that we are not men of law. We are men of action and something I cannot remember the word, but I feel like I should say two things whenever I say one thing. However, neither one of those things is law per se.
Well, Mr. Wickers made it clear that as acting marshal, this is my show. And so when we go into town or into Gunsight tomorrow, we bind these men by law.
I am worried for your safety. Should you stand in the way of these men for my love, Scarlet, and also for the fierce one, Ada. So just be careful now and then.
Do you feel like Ada's going to be a problem? I'd really rather not arrest her if I can get away with it.
I think you would need much bigger army to arrest her. So I say, if you believe in law this much, you try and arrest. However, I do not see her as problem because I do not disagree.
But surely, Leslie, I see your cross. Surely, you know that it is not our duty to take vengeance into our own hands, that it's supposed to be remitted onto the Lord.
I've seen this place, and though I used to think he was everywhere, I am not certain here. So, in the absence of the Lord, vengeance is ours. We shall repay. I like you, and I do hope that we can try your way, but I don't think it will go well.
Well, why don't you... Way to go, John. Totally destroy with the airplane quote. That was amazing. He turns to Sister May. Sister May, come on.
Well, I am, of course, so proud of you that your heart is, of course, free from vengeance, and clearly so intent on doing right tomorrow. I praise the Lord for it, and I will be sure to keep you in my prayers tonight. However, you know that we cannot affect other people's actions as much as we would like, and even though I will give these men and women every opportunity in my power to lay down their weapons and come with us peacefully, they will choose their own end tomorrow or not.
Won't abide murder. This has to mean something.
I agree.
The wind kind of rustles and the pages of your Bible crinkle and it opens to Psalm 76, Sister May. In Judah God is known. His name is great in Israel, and Salem also in his tabernacle, in his dwelling places in Zion. There he brake the arrows of the bow, the shield, and the sword, and the battle. The night passes. Ada, Wickers, Felix return. The next day, you ride for Gunsight. Leslie, give me a notice roll.
Notice. Hey, look, I got this camera.
If only Leslie had a dice cam.
If only. All right, let's see. Situated. Okay. Oh, shoot, I forgot what my notice is. You know what? I just need to print this page out, and it will be awesome. Note.
Your notice is a D6.
I need like multiple D6s. There's a 3, and there's a 4, so it is successful.
It is a success.
Not
So,
wonderful.
Leslie, as you're riding up, you all can see Ada in the lead, Sister May, the wagon. You're feeling much more rested thanks to Wicker's.
Yeah.
You can see that up ahead is a long, narrow, high-walled canyon. You can see that the construction here has forced to go up as opposed to expand outward. They cling to the canyon walls and are linked by precarious catwalks and rope bridges. The upper levels seem to be completely devoid of other people. But Leslie, you notice something as you guys are riding up. You can see on the ground, just off the trail, glittering in the sunlight, is a dagger. Very strange looking dagger. Like one that you saw when you came down the western coast. Dagger with a big ring on the end of it. And you can see there's a small stretch of scarlet cloth that's been tied around there. It's just kind of flapping in the wind.
And it's stuck in the ground?
Yeah. Just off the side of the path. Like in the ground, pointing straight up so that the wind is causing the fabric to kind of whip.
This is me being hopeful, but this seems like sign. And I get off and I'm going to kind of look around the area right there and hoping that maybe this is a sign of my love.
You can see lying next to as you kind of get down there, the sun catches a little bit. You kind of scuff at the dirt with your boot and you can see it's a hair clip. A sapphire, like a really green, not an emerald, but definitely sort of like a very bluish green, almost aqua. One of a small butterfly that you recognize because it was sort of here a couple of days ago.
We talked about disguising somebody so that it appeared that we were bringing Heaston with us. So when was that happening in the...
You're getting close. Do you want to do that now?
I don't have that spell and I don't have the bennies for that to step sideways. So
does anyone have?
Well, don't we get bennies back after rest?
Nope.
Wasn't he given an extra Benny?
I think
earlier?
he was given an extra Benny by... Let me scroll back up through the chat. Tipsy Flipper gave you one. Tank the Frank had one, and Signum offered you one. So you have 2 Bennies.
I thought that I used 2 of those in the wild.
Well, then you still have one.
You still have one.
I can do math. Yeah. So, well, I guess we're gonna stay.
This is Signum's.
Signum. Don't let me down. I'm spending that Benny.
You spend that Benny. Mammalian waits for you. Again, looking really haggard as if he's been starved. Almost skeletal. His hair has grown. It's still thick, but it's wispy. You can kind of see through it.
You look like...
Oh, and Zach tossed you one as well. Man, Leslie is the Benny magnet.
Oh my gosh, thank God. So I'm gonna...
Best Bob timeline.
That's right. Best Bob timeline.
Best Bob timeline. You look like Cowboy Breakfast. I am here to gamble again. So, spellcasting, right?
No, gambling first.
Oh yeah, gambling.
Gambling first.
And I get to re-roll that. So let us dice cam. This is ridiculous, is it not? Okay, that's the Benny. That's the only Benny I have left right there. Thank you. That's a 6, but not on the right die. So yes.
All right, so that goes off. You get 7 cards, Bob. Before we do this, you only want one. You're only trying to affect Wickers with your spell, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so that means that right now you only need 2 power points to cast this thing. Go ahead and give me the draw. With a success, you get 7 cards.
Okay. 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at those rose gold cards. Those are...
Pretty.
All right. Jokers, I'm telling you. So at the very least...
Yes!
Okay, that's a full house.
All right, Bob.
I'm not cheating.
Nope.
No.
A full house gives you 10 power points at double the duration. So it will last 20 minutes. You can either take a +6 to the roll, or you can take a +6 power points to your pool. If you succeed on your spellcasting test with a raise, Bob,
Yeah.
you will get. It will be -4 to anyone trying to just figure out that Wickers is not Heaston.
Sorry, saying goodnight to my daughter. I love you.
Love you, Dad.
Okay. I think I want to hold. Okay, but I don't want them to see through this.
+6 is nice.
+6.
All right, give me the roll. Spellcasting.
Yep, and I shouldn't have gone away from the webcam, the dice cam. Spellcasting is the 8 and the 6. So 5 +6 is 11. But I'm
Right.
shaken still, or
No, you just have the wound, so you got a 10, which does it. So Wickers. So Bob, what does it look like when Leslie casts this glamour?
I'm going to choose to riffle my cards, snap them quickly, expelling the Joker from the deck, because at this point I can do whatever the heck I want, and it flies over and lays itself nicely over Wicker's decrepit form and creates Papa Heaston.
All right. As you mount back up and head towards Gunsight Canyon, there is the sound of a gunshot. I'm going to set up a dice cam for next time.
Do it.
All right. Sister May, what's your toughness?
No.
5.
Get down, Mr. President.
You guys see, you don't see where the shot comes from. The shot, you just see Sister May go flying back off her horse. She hits the ground, and you can see a small curl of smoke rising up from her right over her heart. And that's where we will pick up next week with the horror at Headstone Hill. I give you the Posse. Well done, everyone. Ada, Wickers, thank you for that wonderful share. I'm looking forward to see what happens as you guys storm the Little Rock Irregulars next week. Thank you to everyone who has been tuning in. Chat, you are amazing. You guys are on fire. You should be running this show. That was you got Rook to break character, which is very, very difficult. So we will be back next week with more Deadlands. If you like what we do, please check out all the other shows we have on the Iconic Production channel. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I will be doing the second installment of our look at Sword and Sorcery Fantasy and what RPGs sort of and mechanics kind of best exemplify that genre. Tomorrow night, we are finishing up the Infernus Gamble of our Torg Eternity game, and we'll be starting a new story in 2 weeks. So tomorrow night, end of Infernus Gamble. Next week, who knows? I don't know what the title of the next arc is, but we will definitely, thinking Murder Train. That shouldn't cause any PTSD for Lily. And
Again?
thank you, everybody. It has been wonderful. Thank you to Pinnacle for their sponsoring of the show, for producing such a great game. We love Savage Worlds on a kind of production. We love Deadlands. This has been a great game to play. We have 3 episodes left. Gunsight tomorrow, and then apparently burning a large aspen forest in the last 2 episodes. So, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. My brain died on me right there. Stay safe, stay gaming, stay healthy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the chat. And as always, thank you to my wonderful players. We will see you in a week for more Deadlands. Until then, Ace's Wildcard.